Hello everyone, this is Venkatesh. Welcome to the UPSC Catalyst YouTube channel. So I'm starting a new series where I would be discussing all the major current affair events related with geography and environment for your competitive exams. So with this new series, we'll be updating you the videos of current affairs associated major current affairs from July 2023 onwards. So with this initiative, I'm starting. I would be discussing a new topic today, which is regarding with deep sea mining. So you all might have heard about deep sea mining, all the issues associated with it. Let us consolidate the topic of deep sea mining, understand the nuances of that, try to get to know about what kind of questions can be framed for the preliminary exam and for your mains exam, that is both the objective and subject and the subjective type of questions which might be asked as part of our preparations. So with this in mind, let us start the deep sea mining. So every topic first would be knowing the context, why it is in use. Then we'll be discussing the what is the relative importance to it, significance or need. So every topic you need to understand the significance or need. Then you have to understand the possible advantages. Depends on the topic. The disadvantages, way forward, and if it is a geography based topic, obviously you need to understand the distribution aspects. Distribution. So with this in background, let us start the deep sea mining, the context, why it is in news. So if you have seen that recently, the International Seabed Authority, which is the United Nations body which regulates the world's ocean floor, that is the seabed, it has started to preparing to resume the negotiations which could open the seabed for mining. So this mining, it is especially important for green energy transition. We all know we are in the world of where we are transitioning, the energy is becoming more towards greener so that our carbon emissions are becoming reducing. So for that, we need some new minerals. And for that, international seabed has tremendous opportunities to mine some of the seabed or tremendous opportunities. Whatever the international seabed is there, the seabed provides the opportunities to get such kind of minerals. So with that in background, let us understand it. So before we start, what do you mean by deep sea mining? What do you mean by that? Simple point. It is a term applied to all the processes and the technologies, whatever you are using to collect the metal-rich resources from the deep sea floor. Remember, deep sea floor. We are not talking about on the surface. We are not talking at the nearer to the ocean floor. We are talking about the sea bed, right? So if this is an ocean, mostly seabed means this is the area. This is the continental shelf area. Continental shelf. This is the slope and the rise, and this is the seabed. So here you would be having such kind of. Remember, this seabed is a global common resource. It does not belong to one country, right? So if there is an Indian Ocean, the central part of the seabed belongs to the entire humanity, not just to the countries around it, say India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Myanmar, or any such country, right? That is what is deep sea mining. Now, why there is a demand for deep sea mining? See, simple mining. What is the need for it? The need for it, first, obviously there is increase in the long-term demand for minerals, where all you are utilizing more amount of minerals, the increasing globalization and industrialization, and also the urbanization levels which you are seeing across the world, especially now the growing demand from the developing world. We all know it is the emerging markets which would be bringing the more amount of demand in the world. Say, for example, a country like India, which is already on the cusp of growth. It is going where we are expecting a significant growth every year from now onwards. There is a huge demand. So like that, so many countries are there across the world, and all these are creating more demand. Not just that, the existing terrestrial land-based minerals, they are coming under increasing pressure. They are exhausting. If you see lithium, cobalt, the places of South America and Africa where there is so much amount of lithium, especially the Chile, the triangle, Chile, Argentina triangle, if you see there, all this coming under increasing pressure because of the increasing demand. Not just that, the kind of minerals which you get from the seabed, deep seabed, they are renewable and they are very much important for low carbon infrastructure. Now you can see this why it is important. Look at the statement. Within the next 2 decades, International Energy Agency, it predicts that renewable energy technology will make up over 40% of the demand for copper. You see this? The seabed has the demand of, it has the capability to support 40% of the demand for copper, 60 to 70% for cobalt and nickel, 90% for lithium. Now you see 90% for lithium, you can get it from seabed for the next 2 years. That is where deep sea mining is important. And not just that, just because there is a resource, it will not be of use to us unless and until we have the technology to utilize it. So there are technological advances in the marine mining and processing which led to such kind of demand. So there is a talk about deep sea mining since the last few years, and this is the need. You see, on one side you have talking about the demand, on one side you're talking the specific demand, on another side you're talking about the technological advances. Then where do you find such kind of things, as I told you, and what are its types? Types of deep sea mining, mostly, or what resources will be able to mine? There are three important resources. One, polymetallic nodules. As you can see here, many metals, nodules, ball-like structures. You can see here there is a black ball-like structure, or sorry, not this one. This is this one here. So there are many ball-like structures you can see in this picture here. Metallic nodules. So these are polymetallic nodules. So many metals, ball-like structures which are found on the seabed, which have metals. And they're of source of like nickel, cobalt, copper, manganese. They have significant amount of such kind of source, the polymetallic nodules. And if you extract them, it would be of use. Similarly, you have polymetallic sulfide deposits along the hydrothermal vents very near to them, and also the cobalt crust, which you call them, the ferromanganese crust, which you call this cobalt rich crust. So you find cobalt, vanadium, molybdenum, platinum, tellurium. So you have the rare earth minerals, you have the new energy minerals which we need, all are available in the deep sea minerals. They'll ask you, polymetallic nodules are found in deep sea bed. What are the major resources do they might have? This is an important MCQ. Right? What is the utility of deep sea mining? They would ask you this. Okay, so this is the thing which you need to understand. Then, where are they found? If you see the place, this place, Clarion-Clipperton zone, in which ocean it is? Pacific Ocean. So they will ask you a question. Clarion-Clipperton zone is found in which ocean? Pacific Ocean. An important point, right? Then you have the other important things. You can see they are mentioning polymetallic nodules significantly found in the Pacific Ocean and also in the Indian Ocean as well. You can see these blue color structures, and you have the orange color structures here, balls, which we will be talking about the polymetallic sulfides around the hydrothermal vents all along the plate tectonic boundary. You see this? This is a plate boundary. This is a plate boundary, right? So you will find that, and along with that, you'll also find some cobalt-rich crusts which are being found. So this is the place. I want you to remember these places as well. It's an important thing. Clarion-Clipperton zone, recently in news, is associated with what? Deep sea mining, right? Then, just because you have the opportunities, it doesn't mean that we don't have any concerns. There are significant concerns for it. One such concern is you are trying to provide light to a non-photic zone, right? Deep sea bed, it is away from the sunlight. Now you are providing sunlight to the ecosystem which is not used to it. What would be the possible impact? We don't know, because there are no environmental studies as well. You will come to know now. Until now, no studies were conducted. Environmental studies are not there. So now you would be coming to know. So there is significant amount of light pollution which might cause You look at the language I'm using, which might cause irreversible damage, irreversible damage to our ecosystems, especially the deep sea ecosystems. This is the main concern, light pollution. Number two, what about the impact on the endemic species or the keystone species? Keystone species means which are at the top of the food chain, and the endemic species which are exclusively found only there, which are nowhere else found, right? One such thing, there is a species called scaly foot snail, which is the first deep sea mammal which is regarded as endangered because of the threat of mining. Now you can see scaly foot snail recently found is associated with which part of the world? Deep sea mining, right? So normally when we talk about snail, if I give you the options like say Amazon forest, say things like what do you say Amazon forest or the Western Ghats, you would assume that is a thing. No, it is the deep sea areas. And not just that, there is a conflict of interest as well. What is the conflict of interest? International Seabed Authority, it is a promoter of development of seabed minerals and also the protection of environment. So it is a protector of the environment and is also a promoter of development of seabed minerals. So there is a conflict of interest. Now, which side are you now? Are you protecting the environment or you are a promoter of the minerals? Conflict of interest. So there is a proper authoritative, what do you say that there is a proper mismatch in terms of managing the administrating and governing the international resources now of the deep sea mining, right? That is a conflict of interest. All along that, there is also a talk about uh, if you talk about this here, you can see this picture. Now, because of these things, what happens is now you are with all the minerals and with all the equipments and all, you will be disturbing the sea floor and they'll be dumping some amount of sediments all along it. This is the sediment flumes. Because of the interaction of the machines and the ships, particularly the machines with the deep sea areas, you will be dumping some kind of sediments which are called as sediment plumes, and these sediment plumes will be acting as a source of pollution, right? That is the thing. So there were no proper studies. We are see this point. You are damaging and a damage. You are doing a damage which cannot be reversed. That is irreversible damage. That means you cannot bring back normalcy again. And that too, you are doing to an ecosystem which is unknown to us. This is the problem, right? So what we need to do now with all these kind of things? What is the way forward? The way forward is simple. Study more. Studies need to be conducted. At the same time, try to understand the issues better, and so that you will be controlling in a decent way. Otherwise, what will happen? Reckless mining is not at all a solution. That is number one. Number two, we can also go for what you say. How are you using the resources with the existing at the ground level? So from the you need to move from the linear model towards a circular model of utilization. What happens? Circular model means there will be reduce, reuse, and recycling. So it is from protecting the recycling. It will be promoting that. So whatever the raw materials you are using for our products, that raw materials will be the base for the future things, right? So this is the thing. Then some more things. How prelims questions can be asked? Additional prelims. What is International Seabed Authority? It is an autonomous international organization established under 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. It all deals with the all mineral resources related activities in the area, right? And it is headquarters in Kingston, Jamaica. Kingston, Jamaica, which is a Caribbean island. You know, this is an important point for some of the exams, factual point, but they might ask you it. And just for an additional knowledge to you, deep sea ocean, it covers around 54% of the total area of the world's ocean areas, which are the common heritage of mankind. So, International Seabed Authority doesn't have rights about giving permissions towards the continental shelf areas. That belongs to the particular country. But this belongs to the entire mankind where it has the, it is a United Nations organization. See this, United Nations organization. Is it autonomous? Yes. Such kind of questions they would be asking. An additional fact to you, if you can see, India has a deep ocean mission which is called as Samudrayan mission. And there is a machinery which you have developed called Matsya 6000, which is a deep sea exploration equipment. Matsya 6000 submersible in the deep sea ocean, which is used for exploration, which is a major technological project under the deep ocean mission. This is an important point. What is Matsya 6000? What is Samudrayan mission? Such kind of questions can be asked. I hope you all have understood about deep sea mining. And any one of you who need this PDF PPT file for you, you can download it from my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. And for more such videos, please subscribe to my channel, the UPSC Catalyst by myself, Venkatesh. And if you have liked it, do give a like it and don't forget to share it to your friends. Thank you for watching.